How's it going, everybody? It's your boy, Homie G, and I'm back. So I'm just chillaxing out here, early morning Sunday. Nice day. Anyways, my little homies, this video is on what to do if you do not like school. Okay, so I see already, even in middle school, a lot of little homies not clicking, you know, with school. They don't like it. I can tell they don't like it because they're not like super academic or even just regular academic. Their grades are down. They may not be enthusiastic. They show boredom in class. They may even misbehave because they're bored. And I can tell that school is not something they enjoy being at every day. So, what do you do if that's you? If you're someone who just doesn't like being at school and you don't see school as your future, meaning beyond high school, you don't think you're gonna want to go to college at this point. So, first, if you're in middle school, you're still way too young. Okay? You gotta give yourself more time. You truly do not know yet if you're gonna be someone that's gonna be going to college in the future, even a junior college at this age. So, don't give up. You can't just sit there in class and do nothing. Yes, they'll promote you onto high school if you're in eighth grade. So technically, you can get all F's if you want it and still get to high school. But you will have severely, uh, severely affected your ability to thrive or at least survive in high school because you won't have any of the skills or habits that are necessary to do a decent job of high school, meaning your study skills won't be there, your ability to do work consistently and just get in the habit of doing your homework and classwork all the time, every single day, is a huge, huge skill to have if you are to thrive or at least survive in high school. When you don't have those skills and you just sit around and not do the work, you haven't built up the habit, the stamina, and so you will ultimately not do well in high school because it's faster, harder, more work, and if you get behind, you're gonna not be able to obviously pass your classes, and that will mean that you will eventually have to do credit recovery just to graduate. And at this point in time in our society, a high school diploma is minimal. I mean, that's the least you can do to give yourself a chance at a future that's remotely, successful. If anything, I mean, you don't want to like be living with your parents or out in the street or with friends, working with no real future um, for the rest of your life. So, getting a high school diploma is a must, my little homies. You have to at least get that. Okay, now what do you do then if school's not for you and you know college isn't for you? Well, you must develop the entrepreneurship skill in you then. That means you're going to want to learn how to do business or learn how to um, become a business owner and try something of your own because you're most likely not going to have the qualifications to be an employee like me. I'm an employee, I'm a teacher, but I also, do other things. I write my blog and stuff like that. So I'm somewhat of a part-time entrepreneur because I make money in other ways. So you can be a part-time entrepreneur as a professional if you graduated from college, and I strongly suggest that because you got to have other ways of making money. But if you never went to college, then being a full-time entrepreneur is your only real solution for making money, because you're going to have odd jobs and these jobs aren't going to be making you happy. You're going to be making the minimum wage on these jobs, or maybe you make a little bit more because you go into a trade, but that may not make you happy. What might make you happy is running your own business and being your own boss and not listening to anybody else tell you what to do. But with that comes a big learning curve, because see, they're not teaching you how to be an entrepreneur in school. So I suggest right now start looking up books on entrepreneurship, and especially 21st century entrepreneurship related to technology is a big must because things are changing, and figure out how you can make money as an entrepreneur. That's kind of the only way you're going to have somewhat of a chance at success if you don't go on to college. And many people do make it. There's a lot of people who didn't graduate from college and ended up very successful. You know many of them, of course. Mark Zuckerberg is one, and there's others who dropped out, Bill Gates, but that's very, very rare that you make it that big, billionaire level, right? You just want to be millionaire level, and you can do that as an entrepreneur. Yes, you're going to be making a lot of mistakes at first, and yes, you will have some failed businesses at first, but if you keep on and you don't give up, you will eventually be successful. Because it's just a matter of never giving up and continuing to do what you love to do. And if that means not working for someone else and not being an employee, then okay, that's going to be possible these days because of the internet. It's possible, but it's still extremely hard work that you must start now as a teen, because you already know the college might not be for you. So don't wait. So read books on entrepreneurship. Read books definitely on things that are changing our society these days. Artificial intelligence, things like augmented reality, things like internet marketing and entrepreneurship, anything related to internet, because it's the easiest way to get a business going, the internet. Getting a business the old-fashioned way, which was through buying a storefront, or not buying, but renting a storefront and selling some products out of a store. It's extremely hard. The learning curve is high, and the failure rate is also high. But with internet companies that you can start, you can literally be a serial entrepreneur, meaning start one, and then if it fails, start another and another. And there's so many ways of doing that on the internet, and it's less expensive, but it's still hard work. Okay, my little homie. So that does, not going to college isn't the end of the world, but it can be the beginning of something great if you put in the effort. If you don't, you're just going to be stuck for a very long time. All right, those have been my suggestions to you. Get busy reading and doing too. Start selling stuff. When I was a little kid, I used to sell baseball cards at my high school and football cards. I remember selling Bo Jackson cards and cards that I had from collecting. And then what did I do? I used to be going house to house selling newspaper subscriptions, and and those are some of the things I did because I loved to make money on the side. The usual stuff, collecting cans, selling them back. I even had a little cleaning service for a summer, going into college dorms at San Jose State and helping to clean the dorms of these football players with some homies, and we made some money like that, raking leaves. So that's the entrepreneurship spirit, and you got to have it in you, especially if you don't want to go to college, or if you don't want to do school the right way, getting A's and B's. Okay, so get going, don't lag. See ya. I'm out.